Today we're going to take a look at some dirt cheap running backs that you can get for basically free. And these running backs have an ADP in the 200s, so they're barely free. They're basically easy to get. I'm not saying you're buying them. I'm not saying anything, but they're just so cheap that we have to shine a light on them. Just see what's out there. And there's more running backs, and I plan to do more videos like this later, just so we have a look at these dirt cheap players that you can just pick up, that you can just buy easily, or whatever you want to do. And you don't have to buy them. I'm just saying, hey, this guy's falling in the ADPs of like 200, 250, almost 300. Not going drafted in drafts. Maybe you can swing a deal. Maybe he can be an insurance policy. Or maybe you shouldn't care. Who knows? But we're going to talk about 3 of them today, and maybe some more here in a little bit. But the first running back we're going to look at today is Chiante Ingram, running back for the Cardinals. Right now he's being drafted as running back 86. RB 86. RB 90. Not far from 100. 240th player off the board. So he's free. Maybe not even getting drafted in some startup drafts. The Cardinals didn't draft the running back in this year's draft. I don't know how many times I've said it this week, but we're looking through these rosters. That's one thing that's just glaring. We got James Conner there, older running back, age 28. He's going to get some touches. Attrition will be an impact to some rosters in the NFL, and then the backups on some of these teams are going to get some opportunities. That is a guarantee, like it is every single year. Chiante Ingram could see an increase in his role mid-season, but it could be some of the other running backs on the roster, not just him. But the one thing about him, though, he was a trendy late-round flyer in rookie drafts last year because he was a big running back who can catch balls out of the backfield. Last year, he just had 12 carries for 60 yards. Not much there. Also looked a little bit timid on tape, but there's some good things to him. At Texas, he lost his job to Bijan Robinson. Before that, he was pretty productive. Then transferred to USC. In 2021, rushed for 911 yards before heading for the NFL draft. Other things about this offense that could impact him is Kyler Murray. We don't know the health of him. We don't know how well he's going to transition back from the knee. So this could be a slower paced offense. This could be very ugly. This could be a very ugly team where just running backs are in and out if something happens to Connor. Or anyways, we just have to see. And the other running backs on the roster, since we're getting this running back for free, maybe you want these other guys free because this isn't a sell for this player. This is a spotlight shined onto him. Corey Clement, Tyson Williams. So if attrition hits, those are some running backs that could get an opportunity. They're all free. They're nothing to pay for. And if you got the roster spot, then you might want to check out the insurance policy. You may want to see if that happens for you. I have another running back that is free in ADP, and really probably shouldn't be considering what he did last year. And this is hot ADP, so it is considering his recent signing, and that's Jarrett McKinnon of the Chiefs. Being drafted as RB 72, being drafted as the 217th player off the board. So around the 220 range, he's coming off the board in drafts. I just don't see that as realistic. I see him going for a little bit more than that on trades, like back-end rookie draft pick value. He has to be going for a little bit more than that considering he's on the Chiefs still, at least for 1 year. As a 1 year rental, this is pretty much some production you're looking at here. He was the RB2 during the last 5 games of the fantasy season. The RB2. During that time, he had 3 RB1 games, 2 RB2 games, caught 25 balls for 274 yards, 136 rushing yards, and 8 total touchdowns. Touchdowns always are a tricky number, but again, he's in an offense where there's volume. He's had a string of games where he was productive. You can see how he can be productive, and nonetheless, at his price points, 217, that's a hell of a deal for a 1 year guy. That is a hell of a deal. And if he sucks this year, you're out nothing. And honestly, on the trade market, I don't see people handing him away. I just can't see it, especially if he's on a winning team. If he's on a rebuilding team, one, he shouldn't even be there. He shouldn't even be there. But this could be a guy you can catch at discounts, and you're just buying the Chiefs offense, really. You're just buying it. You're hoping to get 1 year, maybe 2 or 3. Maybe he keeps re-signing 1 year deals with them. Who knows? But right now, what we know is he was productive last year. Dirt cheap on ADP. He's just falling in drafts. Nobody wants him. They're playing hot potato with him. you might be able to catch a 1-year deal on this guy and get some production on the cheap for 1 year. I would not advocate this for anybody who's middle of the road or worse. However, if you're trying to sneak in, or if you think you got the gustos to win the league, you got a guy you can put on the back end of your roster. You know he can be productive in the league. You know he's on a productive offense. And you know he's been productive recently. So you might want to dance with that. Who knows? It's what you want to do. I don't care what you do. You just do what you want to do. And we've got another running back here who slipped. People wanted him last year in rookie drafts. He was going to second round, third round. And people wanted him in season. There was a chance where he could have had some more productivity. But that got squashed. We're talking about Samir White of the Raiders. RB69, 212 ADP. This isn't like telling you, hey, go buy this guy. It's shining a spotlight saying, hey, this guy's free, and here's why you might want to look at him if you got room, if you can, and if not, who cares? But Josh Jacobs last year was second in the league with a 42% opportunity share. Injuries has been a problem with him, and with that much volume, you know there's an increased chance of injuries to happen again. And I guarantee you, they're looking to pound him again. That's what they want to do. That's what they told us with the draft, with this depth chart of Samir White, Brandon Bolden, Amir Abdullah, Britton Brown, Sincere McCormick, and some other jabronis. That's what they're telling us. Hey, we're going to pound the shit out of Josh Jacobs. We're going to ride him till he dies. And that's what they're going to do. Samir White, 96th percentile speed score, 214 pounds, 2-down grinder. Out of high school, he was Zeus, went to Georgia, wasn't super productive, but just enough to keep you interested. Not the most greatest profile out there. But again, this is a team that likes to pound the running back, that likes to use the running back, and we have a starting running back who has had an aggressive injury history throughout the years, who gets a huge workload. This could be an opportunity for him, or if you like any of the other running backs who are dirt cheap as well, to really take a stab at on your roster to see what happens. The cheaper they get, the easier they are, because if nothing turns out, then you just dump them. You just dump them. 212 ADP. That's not even buy. That's not even to look at. And other running backs in this range, you can take a look at as well. But when you're going for that cheap RB69, you really got to think of all the possibilities. And when we get in season, there's a chance where attrition happens and you got a guy as a patch-up piece to get you through a couple weeks of the season or to help you out. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm looking at. What happens when we're in like week 8, 9, 10? Injuries hit. Things are getting ugly. Who can emerge? Who can emerge and get touches and just give us a little bit to get us by? Who can give us that much? I'm not saying we're going to find a guy coming out of the weeds and just blowing up on our teams. We're just trying to get by sometimes, and some of these players can do that for us. Let me know in the comments below who you're trying to get for dirt cheap, who you're trying to get for free, because there are players out there that you can stash and just hope for the best, and if it doesn't happen, oh well. If it does happen, you got a little bit of spackle on that drywall. Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button on the way out, because I'm only here to help you build your Dynasty teams, get you set for them rookie drafts. Thank you for watching. Catch you on the next video.